Welcome back to the series. So this is week 6, but technically it's kind of week 5 because last week didn't happen when I got ill. So in this episode, I'm going to be just showing you how to get back into routine and build some momentum after what was quite a messy week. And I'm just off to the gym to do some speed, agility and plyo work, which I'm actually really looking forward to now that I've got some energy back. A couple of weeks ago, I said I was switching over to a bro split. But after thinking it through, I've decided to take things in a more athletic direction. I'm moving into a 5-day training split that's built around strength and conditioning. My compound lifts are still staying the same in the programme, so I still have my progression markers to know whether my strength is dropping off. And honestly, this is one of the biggest changes I've made to my training as I've gotten older. The importance of being able to move around and play with my son and do things as a family is massive. Over the years, I've realised that daily performance in life is far more important than pushing myself to the limit every single session and then ending up too wiped out to do anything else for the rest of the day. Don't get me wrong though, I still love bodybuilding and it will always play a huge part in my training periodically. At the end of the day, I'm still in the gym to have fun and I can still get results with either training split. But right now, I know I'm going to get more out of my training by leaning into strength and conditioning rather than sticking with a bro split. I'll burn more calories each session, it supports my overall athleticism and it just helps me manage fatigue and feel better in day-to-day life. Today's weigh-in was 90.1 kilos, which is a loss of 1.1 from the last weigh-in and just over 4 kilos in total. Feeling pretty happy. Goal now will be to get under 15% body fat by the end of 8 weeks. Probably be around the low 89s, high 88s, which is where I've kind of been for the last couple of years. If we look back over the last 6 weeks, you'll notice that we haven't made huge changes in the training or the diet to get from the starting point to where we are now, okay? We basically started the nutrition at 2,500 calories. It's now 2,200. We're still on the same amount of protein at around about 200, 220 grams. Training wise, we started with a 4-day on split, 1 day off, 4-day on, 1 day off. And we've changed that to a 5-day strength and conditioning split. And I think around week 4, we added in some extra list cardio and some HIIT. So very subtle differences over 6 weeks, but they're working. And this is what I keep saying to my clients is, you know, when you find the formula, you don't need to mess around with it, okay? While things are working, you need to keep it exactly the same. Quite tough as an online coach when people are checking in and you don't change anything because you want to give some value, but actually the value is getting the result. And it's the same with my own transformation here. You don't need to keep constantly trying to change things and speed things up and get ahead of the curve. While things are working, your body's in a good place and you're used to what you're doing, stick with it. You will get great results from making subtle changes but being really consistent over a period of time. So with the diet, I just brought the routine back in. Oats in the morning, lean proteins, clean meals, and of course, 20 grams of dark chocolate before bed because that's just something for me to look forward to keep me going through the day. Nothing fancy, just boring consistency because that's what works. No punishment cardio, just smart movement and letting my body settle back into a fat loss routine. This week I managed to get my steps up again too. Last week was a complete drop off. This week I've got back up to averaging 10 to 12,000 a day to keep my calorie burn higher. This wasn't a dramatic comeback, just a disciplined one. And that's what actually creates results. Week 6 has got me back on track. I feel normal again, energy's in a good place and momentum is back. Next week, we push on. It's as simple as that.